This episode of CleaningBiz.tv is made possible by the Home Cleaner Express, business building workshops coming to a city near you. Coming up on today's show, guest Perry Phillips answers 2 burning questions cleaning businesses all over the U.S. are asking right now. I'm Jean Hansen, and this is a show that will help turn your vision into a successful cleaning business. Hi everyone, my guest today is Perry Phillips, editor of Home Cleaner magazine, which many of you are familiar with. And Perry is on a 30-city tour right now with the Home Cleaner Express. And we are here in Minneapolis where we're from. So I wanted him to just briefly tell you a little bit about what he's doing and what is exactly the Home Cleaner Express.
The Home Cleaner Express, it's an exciting tour that we're doing. As Jean mentioned, it's a 30-city business builder tour for the home cleaning industry. It's 2-part. It's a full day of education, workshops for owners to come out, local areas. We're excited to be here in Minneapolis in your backyard. But then also too, it's about creating awareness for the industry too. I mean, you guys might have seen the bus outside. It's a 34-foot motorhome completely wrapped with the Home Cleaner Express. And it's to create more awareness for the industry. And believe me, we cause a stir everywhere we go. So we're creating a lot of awareness about the professional home cleaning industry.
Great. Well, I wanted to ask Perry a couple questions that might help you out as a viewer. Perry, what is the #1 thing that seems to come out during your visits around the country? What is an issue that everybody seems to be dealing with?
You know, Jean, I'm glad you asked that, because as unique as all the groups are, and they're different, everyone has their own flavor, each group has its own flavor and personality, but there are some commonalities that come up and some common issues. And the #1 issue are issues surrounding employees.
I've been hearing that a lot too lately. So
there are. They can't find the right employees, training the employees, and that's a big part of what we talk about is employee training. But just issues surrounding around employees in general. You know, someone in the industry once told me what they like the most about this industry is the employees, and then what they like the least about this industry is the employees. Yeah, so we hear about that a lot.
So what kind of advice are you giving them?
Get over it. No, I'm kidding. No, well, the thing is, there's a couple components. The first one is get your hiring practices right. Make sure that you're pre-screening and you're hiring the right people. Warm body hiring gets people into trouble in this industry. Not training the employees are right. Having that organized chaos, we call it in our business, which is code for your business is just a big fat mess. Employees can't thrive in an environment like that. So they thrive in an environment of structure. So it's those components. But in a nutshell, hire slow, fire fast, train right.
Right, yeah. So it's not just one thing that's the problem. You got to start with a good hiring practice, which if you watch episode 18, I believe, is with Sharon Cowan, and she talks about that. And then really all the things that he talked about, there's so many different components to be successful with employees. You really need to figure out first what's wrong. You know, is it a hiring practice that's wrong? Is it something wrong with your training? Is it a combination of everything?
It is, yeah. And then one thing that does come up too about employees is people get frustrated when their employees leave. Well, they're going to. They're not going to stay with you forever. If you have an employee that stays with you 2 to 3 years in this industry, that's a long time. The best cleaner, the best employer, no matter how good those 2 things are, that's about the life expectancy of a good cleaning tech is 2 years.
Okay. So I have one more question to ask, and that is about marketing, because I know that wherever you go, marketing is such a hot topic. So what is the question that comes up around marketing as you're touring the country?
Well, that's what everyone wants to talk about, because marketing is the fun part, right? But in every group, just about the third part of the day, we have what we call the service owner discussion group, the burning question section, and there's always at least one person that will say, all right, I want to hear from everybody in the room, what's your best source of customers? What's your best marketing source? i.e., what's the cheapest way you're getting customers? That's the translation of it. And hands down, internet marketing is that if you're going to spend dollars, then that's the way to go. You're going to get the biggest return with the smallest amount of investment in internet marketing. Service owners that have vehicles wrapped, that's their best source of customers, because it's something you're paying for already, and getting a wrap done and what you can do in digital printing now is so much cheaper than it was even 3 years ago that you get a big return on that. and Service Magic is always a good one, but it varies from area to area, and that's the thing too. Everybody watching this video, what works in Minneapolis won't necessarily work in Atlanta, and what works in Sacramento won't necessarily work as well as it will in New York. You have to take a look at what the culture is like where you are in your local area, and that's one of the reasons we're connecting with service owners on a local area, because there's just not one right thing to do. But those are the two or three big things.
Right. And if you're in a city that's coming up on the tour, you got to go there, because then you're going to find out what other people are doing that's working in their marketing, right?
Exactly, like the CASE method in business, right? You guys have heard of that? CASE, copy and steal everything. We just show up and see what everybody else is doing, and it works, right?
There you go. All right, so the tour, you've gone through how many cities now? About 20 or so?
This Minneapolis tomorrow will be the 24th city.
Okay, so he's doing 30 cities, but he's going to be doing more later this year. The other thing is that he's leading up to Las Vegas, and you're going to have an expo. So tell me a little bit about the expo.
I'm very excited about that. Basically, that was the premise of the whole tour. In addition to the great education and networking that we provide on a local level, is we were picking up people along the way to bring them to the first and only trade show just for the professional home cleaning industry. There's some other really great shows in the cleaning industry, but this will be the first and only one that's just for professional house cleaning. So for 2-3 days in Vegas, that's all we're going to talk about. We've got vendors and exhibitors that want to do business with the house cleaning industry specifically, and then in addition to the exhibits and the displays, we're going to have over 30 individual educational workshops, and then 3 bonus workshops on Monday, which you guys are doing one of the ones there too. So.
Yeah, so if you're a commercial cleaner, we haven't forgotten about you guys, because Steve and I, along with Sharon Cowan, are going to be doing a full-day seminar on Monday during the Home Cleaner Expo. So we'll be doing an educational series for you guys too.
Wonderful. We're excited about you guys being part of it. You guys have got a lot of fans along the way out here, and so I'm very excited about seeing you in Vegas. So we encourage everybody to check out the Home Cleaner Expo.
Great. Thanks, Perry, and hope to see you guys in Vegas. That's it for today's show. I'd like to thank my guest, Perry Phillips, for sharing his perspective on some of the most common issues cleaning company owners are dealing with every day. Perry and I would both like to hear your thoughts on today's show, so be sure to post your comments below the video at cleaningbiz.tv. And don't forget to check out homecleanerexpress.com and homecleanerexpo.com to learn how you can connect with Perry and other cleaning business owners in your area. See you next time.